Then he said, baby, go to the room and lock the door. No, I didn't lock the door. I ran inside because I was just hoping that my husband will follow me. Who has money in their house in 2021? These guys were harmed. They had guns. They had, like, you cannot even begin. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome. My name is Mibi Afolabi, and today I'm doing a get ready with me. It's been a long time I did a get ready with me video. Guys, this is my newest top. I just got this top and I absolutely love it. It fits in so many ways. Like, it complements my body so much. I love the color, I love the pattern, I just love the style. And thank God I'm not one of those people that subscribe to when you wear it once you don't wear it again because you've shown it on the internet. That's not me. I'm gonna wear this top. I'm gonna wear it. I'm sure that you have seen videos of me in this top, and because, you know, I do like so many videos in one day when I film, so, and sometimes changing is just like very hectic. I don't get to it, so I just wear the same clothes. So if you have seen this before, I'm sorry, you're gonna see it again and again and again and again. Okay, all right guys, so today I want to gist with you guys about something that happened a very long time ago. Not a very long time ago, like 2 years ago, but we'll get to all of that in this video, all of the juice, and I'm sure that you want to hear it, so stick around, keep watching. I just want to quickly get my brows done behind the scene because that takes time and I can't do it with talking at the same time. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Guys, I'm back, and this brows took me less than 5 minutes. It's not perfect, but I absolutely love it. I think it looks stunning. Less than 5 minutes. I'm proud of myself. So before we go ahead, I would like to say a quick prayer that if you have never experienced this, it is my prayer that you never do. Like, it is never going to be your portion. In Jesus' name, amen. And if you have, the last time you did it, the last time it will ever happen, because I know how traumatic it is. It will never ever happen again. Amen. So because it is not a makeup tutorial, I'm not going to be showing you the products I'm using. I might just mention them just so you know, but you guys already know that I'm not a makeup expert. I was actually supposed to do my eyes, but I'm not a makeup expert. So this is the Maybelline New York Super Stay in shade, I guess I'm supposed to be saying all of that, 75 Mocha. I think it is my perfect shade. So you guys know that I moved to South Africa. If you're an OG on this channel, you know that I moved to South Africa in April of 2021. Yeah, April of 2021. So before I came, my husband had already been staying in a 1-bedroom house in a very nice environment. It's a standalone house, right? So we had other neighbors, or he had other neighbors that were staying in the apartment, but his own apartment was a 1-bedroom, and it was just perfect because it was the only one. If you know my husband, you guys, my husband is very frugal. Even though he can afford it 10 times, he won't do it. If it is not broken, he won't fix it. That's like his slogan. Like, I used to think I was frugal until I met my husband. I'm like, my frugality is learning work. And you know, the apartment was just fine. Like, he had everything that he needed, so we didn't think that he should move before I came. Of course, there was moving in the pipeline, maybe when we got pregnant and all that, because it's a 1-bedroom, and you know, you want people to visit you. Baby would come, you know, just for space and ease and all that. We were going to move, but it wasn't like very urgent. So I came in April. I joined him in that same apartment. Guys, I have a bit of flu, so I might be sounding very husky. My voice might be husky a bit. I'll try to increase the volume of my voice in my editing, but this is like the loudest I can talk right now. If I'm going by how I feel, I literally will not do anything today. I'm still using my Hegai and Esther palette from Nigeria. I've had this palette for more than 2 years, and I've literally just used one. Let me show you. Let me see if I can show you guys, because it's broken. Yeah, I think it's showing. Just this one. That's the only thing I've used in the old palette. I need to get another one. And you guys, you know, I mean, I was leaving Nigeria, I was seeing my husband, I was moving in with my husband. Like, I was so excited, and the house was fine. Like, I moved in, I was so happy. You know, it was very cozy. you guys cannot fight for too long because you will always be in each other's spaces and all that. So each other's space rather, and it was just really fine. I loved it. So it was in May. This was like barely a month after I came. It was this lovely Thursday morning. We've had breakfast. I was preparing for an exam then, so I was studying. My husband was working. My husband has always worked from home, so he was working that morning and I was studying. So we're in the kitchen area because the kitchen area is like very spacious. So that's where we had our dining setting. My husband had his work desk as well in one corner. Then we still had like a whole lot of room for the kitchen. So it was a very spacious space. You guys, I used the underline thingy and my eyes are stinging. Like I cannot see. I cannot properly see. You know, I was studying, he was working, and from our apartment you could actually see the gate, because when you're coming from the gate, our apartment is like the first house that you would see. So we took from the kitchen area, we can see the gate. Okay, let me give you backstory. Earlier that week we had some neighbors move out. Like the apartment that had the 2-bedroom, the people staying there had moved out that week, and they had a dog. So of course they moved with their dogs. They had 2 actually, so they moved with their dogs. And I was even happy because I don't like dogs, and almost everywhere, almost every house that you go to in South Africa, there is a dog. And I'm like, why? So they had moved out with their dogs, and you know, we've had people coming in to check the apartment all through that week. We've had people coming and going, so the gate was always busy because the agents were always bringing people to check the apartment. But you know, my husband just saw, and we don't used to lock our door because only at night it's usually open. It was a sliding door, so it's usually opened. So my husband just saw that these like 3 guys were struggling with the gate, like they wanted to break in to the gate. So my husband quickly closed the door and locked it. But it's a sliding door, you guys. I don't think there is any amount of locking that you want to do, right? And me, I'd already seen that, because my husband is the most chilled person. If you know Toby, you know that he's actually very chilled. And so when I saw him like that, I was already agitated, like, what's going on? Then he said, baby, go to the room and lock the door. I'm like, what happened? At the time my husband was saying all of this, go into the room and lock the door, these guys had already seen 3 men jeering towards our front door. I'm like, God, what is this? I ran inside, I locked the door. No, I didn't lock the door. I ran inside because I was just hoping that my husband would follow me and lock the door behind us, but he didn't. By the time I'd even gone inside, you know, they had come inside, like they were already struggling. My husband was trying to lock the door, they were trying to open it, so they were struggling. God, I was so scared until I heard like a click, a gun click, and you know, my husband left the door and allowed them come in, and they told him to face down, lie down, face down, clinical, like all those. Hey, God have mercy. Like, lie down. Me, I was already in the room. I turned off the light. I was trying to get under the bed, but our bed was he could not take me, right? So I just stayed very close to the bed, like on the floor, and I was just praying. I was just speaking in tongues, like very quietly, like, God, please have mercy on our soul. They were just like, what is here? Where is the money? I'm like, which money? I'm like, I don't have any money. Like, who has money? Who has money in their house in 2021? Like, I don't have any money. And guys, they came with a car, right? So they just started taking everything. And you guys already know, I said it's a small house. It's literally our kitchen. The kitchen was like the biggest part of the house. The kitchen, the living area, the room, the bathroom and toilet. That was the whole house. One person was just removing everything, like the TV, all our gadgets, everything, our laptops. And you know, I told you we were in the living area. I was working on my laptop, my husband was at work, so they carried all of that, like all of our laptops, our phones, everything. Then they kept shouting, where's the money? And my husband kept saying, there is no money. And they kept saying, put your head down. At some point, they were speaking another language, and you know, we are not locals. I was just praying, let these guys not even find out that we are not locals. Like, you know, I was just praying that let them not even anger them. The only thing they didn't move was the furniture. So after they packed everything, they now came to the room. My husband kept saying, so when they were coming to the room, my husband was like, there is nothing there, there is nothing there. But Isha came inside. That's how he now stepped on me, on my hand. One of those guys. So he looked down and said, who is this person? Who is this person? So my husband was like, my wife, my wife. That was the first time that I would hear my husband's voice literally shake. I was like, that's my wife, that's my wife. So the guy was like, where's your own phone? Where's your phone? And I'm like, it's in the living room. Like, I'm sure that they've taken it. No, you have taken it, you have taken it. So Isha scattered all the wardrobe, was looking for money. I think he found some cash. Maybe, I'm sure it was not up to 500 rands. Like, he just took everything. He looked at me, he looked up, he looked at my husband, and he went out. Guys, these guys were armed. They had guns. They had, like, you cannot even begin to imagine. My husband kept saying, that's everything, that's everything. And they now left. Oh my God. As they left like this, me, I was still on the floor. I was crying. I was shaking. Oh God, I was discombobulated. I was so scared. I was so afraid. My husband was like, okay. Because at this point, they are taking everything. Remember, like, nothing is left. There is no means of communicating with anybody that we know. Like, nothing was left at this point. Thank God we live very close to our family friend. So my husband was just like, hey, baby, wear clothes. So we just wore clothes and we took a walk. We had to walk to our family friend's place because remember, you cannot call Uber, you can't, nothing. We just walked. Normally, the drive to my family friend's place would be like, what, maybe 5 minutes? Yeah, maybe 5 minutes drive, and it was a total of, I think, maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes drive. I remember I was just walking that day to my family friend's place, and my husband just kept saying, don't worry, this thing is finished, I need to buy another one. This is also Hagar and Esther from Nigeria, 2 years. You guys, more than 2 years. I need to buy another loose powder or setting powder. My husband just kept saying, don't worry, we have more than enough to recover, blah blah blah. Me, I was not even thinking about recovering. I was just thinking about what had just happened. Like, what just happened? Like, what happened now? I remember we got to our family friend's place that day. Because it's an estate, of course, you always have to call before you go in. You cannot just barge in on somebody to say, oh, I came to visit you. They have to know that you're coming, right? So we're at the gate and we're telling the security, this is the powder I used to contour. It's a darker shade. So we were telling the security that, you know, Toby, we're going to so unit, and you know, they called because normally, yeah, so they called. So when my uncle received the call in his house, he told his wife that they said so person is at the gate. It's very unusual because number one, these people work. They have work. It is a work day, so there is no way that, you know, they will be coming at this time of the morning, because guys, it was morning actually. All of these things happened around past 11. By 11:30 they were done. By 11:40 we were out of our own house. Before noon we're already at the estate gate of our family friend. So my uncle was like, there is no way these guys will be here by this time, and even if they want to come, they would have called. So my uncle did not answer. So we just kept telling the security guy that, please help us call them again. I was still very shaking. Guys, if you know me, the people that know me, I don't have one mind. I just used to think that if I'm not a Christian, if I don't know God, the kind of life I would have been living, it will not be admirable at all. It will not be admirable at all. I feel like I'll be living in so much fear and uncertainty if I didn't have Jesus. I can be so fearful. I don't have any mind, none whatsoever. At that point, it was still my husband that was just talking with the security that post call them again. Like, we understand that they will not be expecting us, but help us just call again to say that we're at the gates. And my uncle had already, where he was, he said he was already feeling like, okay, let him just go and check the gate and see who it is, because the Toby that I know will not be here by this time of the morning, right? So he just took a drive. He drove down to the gate and saw both of us, and asked the security guy to open the door, open the gate. So when the guy opened the gate, we entered. My uncle said, "What happened?" My husband, guys, my husband said, "We've just been robbed." This is the way he said it. It's very funny. My uncle said, "What happened, guys?" My husband said, "Oh, we've just been robbed," like in the most casual, calm way. Like my uncle looked at him. He said, "This guy doesn't know what to say." Then looked at me. Me, I was sobbing. I was crying. So when he saw me crying, shaking, he said, "Okay, now you guys were really robbed." So he told us to get into the car and he drove us home. And they were asking, "So what happened?" My husband was just relaying the story in the most calm way, in the calmest way. Like my uncle was like, "Are you sure that you were there?" Because nobody needs to ask me. We will know that yes, she was there. She just experienced what you are describing happened. But are you really sure that you were there? But my husband was like, "I was there. It happened to both of us." Like, it was so funny. My family friends just kept saying, if somebody's going by after Toby is saying this story, nobody will believe what Toby is saying. But you just need to look at maybe to know that okay, whatever it is that he's saying is true. It was so funny. No, it was not funny at the time. We stayed with another family friend of ours because there was no way. We called the police here, so we had to report the incident, even though I don't think that they do anything about it. It's just routine. It's just routine that you report, and they will come, they will see, they will just come and inspect and do all of that. But I don't think they actually do anything afterwards. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I don't think they do anything. After that, after the police came, we went to another family friend's place to stay for like a week. And guys, I mean, they took everything. Our parents could not reach us. You know, everybody was just worried. Well, at the time, I wasn't even thinking about anybody else. I was just trying to get over the shock, because I was actually indeed very shocked, because a lot of things just crossed my mind, like a lot of things. Like there were many endless possibilities of what could have happened. Like these were 3 men against just my husband and I, right? You know, I was just trying to get over that. I wasn't even thinking whether I should get a phone or not. Like it was not top of mind. You know, immediately we started looking for another apartment because there was no way I was going to go back there. So I remember we stayed in our family friend's place for like 2 days while we were still looking for another apartment. We had gotten a way to reach our family and all that. We didn't tell them what happened. I'm sure that if this video goes out, this is literally the first time that they'll be knowing about it, right? So I remember that after 2 days, we went back to the apartment to just, because guys, at the end of the day, your home is your home, right? Like there is no place like your own home, no matter how comfortable you are somewhere else and all that. So we went home to, I think we went to pick things. No, I went home to do a YouTube video. So we thought, okay, let's just cook. So I cooked something and we're like, okay, let's just see whether we can stay for the night. God, I regretted it. I did not sleep one sleep. Like not one sleep. If I hear anything, the slightest noise, I'll wake up. No, I will not wake up. I will be shaking because I wasn't even sleeping in the first place. Like I will literally be shaking. I regretted that decision of staying over that day, and it was then that we just knew that there is no way that we can stay here anymore. It just had to be that, you know, we're moving from our family friend's place to the new apartment that we have gotten. So it was then that we made the decision that never again a standalone house. And also I feel like the reason why that happened was because they knew that there were no security dogs anymore. I don't really want to unpack that, but I feel like if there was still dog, or if there were still dogs, it wouldn't have happened. It was then I now understood why all of these standalone houses, you would always see a dog or dogs even in estates, like even in estates where it is almost impossible to break in or whatever, people still have dogs, security dogs, big gigantic dogs, right? So it was then that I understood, yeah, it is a necessity. I can never stand dogs, no matter how cute, no matter how chilled, no matter how gentle that dog is, I would never be able to stand dogs. Never, ever, ever. So I knew that because I cannot own a dog, it's better to just never stay in a standalone house anymore. So we moved, we were looking for apartments and all that till we found this place. So even though we would have moved eventually, but this happened like in a hurry. So I didn't even have time to say, oh, this is what I'm looking for, or this is exactly what I want. We just got the next thing that looked okay, and thankfully this apartment is nice. Like where I stay is actually pretty nice. Like I feel like if we had taken our time, like wanted to move on our own terms when we were ready, we would have gotten something maybe more or not, I don't know. But yeah, this happened in a hurry. Like hurry, it was too fast, it was too fast. So I've done my lashes. I got this lash glue that is not doing the work it's supposed to do. It's so difficult to use. So now I want to do my lip. I've been doing one type of lip for more than 2 years now, and that's what we are going to do again today. So guys, it took about a week for us to find another place, and we moved in. And guys, if I tell you 2 years after, I still have PTSD. Like if there is a knock on my door and we had not opened the gate for anybody, I would be so scared. I'll literally go to the room, climb on something to check who is outside, who is knocking. I am so scared of random knocks, of people just coming close to me that I don't know. Like I have PTSD, guys, just simple and plain PTSD. And I've been trying and trying. The other day my husband was expecting a delivery, and I didn't know that he was expecting a delivery, and somebody knocked on the door, and I ran into the bathroom to I ran into the bathroom to hide because I didn't know who was at the door. My husband came out, he attended to the person at the door, came back and said, baby, you really need to stop at this point. Like that's how fearful I can get. And I really, really, really hope that I get over it. And it is my prayer that this never happens again. It is not a good thing that should happen to anyone. Nobody deserves to live in that kind of fear and horror and torture, because that is what it is. It is torture, it is horror, emotionally, physically, mentally. Like it does something to you, right? Yeah, so that is the end of my story time today. Hopefully you see this video. If not, I just filmed it for filming sake. Because there is a reason why we've not told the story in 2 years and counting. But hopefully you see it. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my makeup, let me know in the comments section if you think I did a good job. I think I did a fantastic job. I think I look amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Subscribe. It is absolutely free. Turn on post notifications so you know when I post a new video. Till next time I come your way, I hope that you do well, and God bless you. Bye guys.